Good evening. We'll wait for some people to jump in here so we can start. Good evening. Good evening. Nice to say hi to you guys on this evening. Hola, hola. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice News. God bless everybody that is watching. God bless my country of Mexico, my city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. Good evening to everybody. You know, there's a lot of confusion right now in terms to the delicate subject of the unaccompanied minors, which they are arriving into our border of Tijuana and all the borders that connect in our country of Mexico. We have been broadcasting about this for almost 2 to 3 years. And the unaccompanied minors have been a subject that has been in the works for the longest of time. There's some pictures going around right now of a facility which is holding migrants and is holding unaccompanied minors. And a lot of people don't know, but a lot of people know that the cages were made in the administration of Barack Obama. That's when the cages were made. The administration of Barack Obama made cages or separating families in the year 2015. Separation of families has always been existing, but the administration of Barack Obama was the administration that deported more Mexicans and more Latinos in history. That is a reality, and it is a fact. Now, imagine comparing the administration of Trump to comparing the administration of Barack Obama. You're calling the administration of Trump, you're calling him the most racist president when you have a person before him that deported more Mexicans and more Latinos in history, that separated more families and more Latinos in history of the United States of America. Imagine the reality. Imagine when you don't accept that fact. It's because you don't want to accept it. And now that this crisis at the border, it is not a challenge, it is a crisis because you don't live over here. You don't know what every Tijuana citizen or Mexican citizen goes through every day. This is a migrant crisis. And I will tell you what, migrants are being used as cattle. They're violating the humanitarian rights. They're taking advantage of migrants. They're using them as a business. And also, the most lucrative business right now in the United States of America and also in every border, it is the refugee and asylum seeking business. Before the refugee and the globalist compact of immigration arrived to our city, there was no nonprofits. They existed, 1 or 2 that they were helping. And there are some nonprofits that they're doing their job. But some of them, they're taking advantage of the situation, and they know who. And now, all of a sudden, everybody's good. You know, that's the funny thing about all of this. That's the really curious thing about all of this. The most important thing that we need to acknowledge is that we have a problem. And that we have a problem in the border, and that problem has been happening for the longest time. And not only we have a problem with immigration, Not only that, this is a humanitarian problem where they're taking advantage of migrants and they're using them as product. And they're lying to them, telling them that the border is open. And they're using them to obtain the political asylum. And also they're creating fake families and fake marriages. And just so you know, the facts are just right there in the Department of Homeland Security. 4,800 on the year 2018, 5,800 on the year 2019. There has been a lot of trafficking of children, a lot of trafficking of humans. And the caravans are a broken system. You don't see the United Nations standing with people in need in the middle of a desert, in the middle of a jungle, in the middle of a mountain. You don't see them over there, but you see that they're pushing this globalist movement to open the borders and to put more migrants through danger, through the mountains and through the seas and through the jungles. You're incentivizing this crisis to create a chaos. That is what is really happening. Now, I'm not hearing right now no statements from no political official in the United States talking about the situation with migrants right now. I'm not hearing no statement from Alexandria Ocasio. She was talking about children in cages in El Paso. Right now, I'm not hearing anything. This right now is not for a Republican, nor Democrat, no left wing, nor right wing. This is for fixing the problem that is affecting our country of Mexico. Particularly as a Mexican, I know my rights and I know my constitutional rights. So, believe me, as a Mexican, our border is being affected. Has been affected for a lot of time. But it's not fair to leave people outside in a camp right now in El Chaparral, starving, no water, having gone through, weather changes, in the cold, in the rain. It's not fair for nobody to go through that process. And now you retract yourself from saying that you were going to admit people into the United States of America. You are retracting yourself. Now, the president has released a statement saying that the president of your country, the United States of America, has released a statement saying that particularly he is saying to migrants, stay in your cities and stay in your country, don't migrate. But the justification is that this is a past policy that affected the immigration. You're not talking about the Obama administration, that it's since that administration, all this crisis started. And now it is a thing that it blew up. It got out of hand. And now these organizations, they feel entitled to have more rights. These organizations, that they're foreign organizations. How curious is that? Foreign organizations in a foreign country working with no legal permit in our country of Mexico. It's just funny. It's just funny how that works. And all these nonprofits are the ones that they're pushing this to continue. We need to do a little bit more digging into that. Into who's working behind all of this. And if they're legally working in our country. And if they're legally doing things, again, legally in our country. It is important for us Mexicans to know the crisis that we are going through right now in our country of Mexico. And it is important for us to show what is happening in our country of Mexico. And as a Mexican citizen, I am entitled to broadcast and to show what is happening in my country in my city where I live in, that is the city of all, but I call it my city because I live in it, of Tijuana, and everybody is entitled to broadcast and to say what we think that is the truth and what we know that is the truth. I like to read something before I go. I don't know why the situation with the unaccompanied minors is not getting fixed. The United States government is doing not a good job right now on approaching this situation. They're not doing not a good job. Really, they're not. But I will read something. Y como mexicano y como tijuanense lo voy a leer. Y voy a decir solamente esto, porque no voy a dar el tiempo. Como siempre, no voy a darles el tiempo. Pero voy a leer esto, and I will read this as a Mexican and as a Tijuana citizen. Y lo voy a leer en español, and then I will translate in English. I'm going to read it in Spanish, and then I will translate in English. Y lo voy a leer en español, y después lo traduciré al inglés. Dice, artículo 6 de la Constitución Mexicana. La manifestación de las ideas no será objeto de ninguna inquisición judicial o administrativa, sino en el caso de que ataque a la moral, la vida privada o los derechos de terceros, provoque algún delito o perturbe el orden público. El derecho de réplica será ejercido en los términos dispuestos por la ley. Y el artículo 7 de la Constitución dice, es inviolable la libertad de difundir opiniones, información e ideas a través de cualquier medio. Ninguna ley ni autoridad puede establecer la previa censura ni coartar la libertad de difusión, que no tiene más límites que los previstos en el primer párrafo del artículo 6 de la Constitución. Esa es la Constitución de México. Como mexicano que vive en México, te la estoy y se las estoy leyendo. I will translate in English. The manifestation of ideas, it will not be an object for a judicial inquisition or administrative, although it can be in case an attack to the moral or the private life or to a third party that it is provoked by some crime. And also some in some effects to the public disorder. The right to reply, it will be under the terms under the law. Article 7, you will not violate the liberty of diffusion of opinions, information, or ideas through whatever media, to whatever social mainstream media. No law will have the authority to establish previous censorship, and not only to cut the liberty of diffusion. It has no limits previous to the first paragraph of Article 6 of the Constitution. I will just read that. Our rights as independent reporters and broadcasters as Mexican citizens. God bless you all. Who built the cages? We already know who built them. In 2015, we know which administration built the cages. And we know that it was Barack Obama and the Vice President Biden, who built the cages to separate and incarcerate children. Yes, it is an actual fact. The no leftists wants to agree with. It's an actual fact that nobody wants to agree with it. And it is an actual fact that under the Obama administration, the globalist compact of immigration was signed. The first mass migration that it was in Tijuana was around 2015, when 15,000 people from Haiti came and they were suffering outside of El Padre Celestiano. People that they were not here, they don't remember that. But now they remember other things. We will continue to work. We will continue to broadcast. We will continue to give the news more stronger than ever. We will continue. God bless you all. Follow my partner, Rio Anthony Agüero. You can follow him at Parler, YouTube, Orbeez, Facebook. And also you can follow him at his channel and Telegram. You can follow me as Oscar L. Blue at YouTube, Orbeez, YouTube, Facebook, also Instagram. And you can follow me on my channel and Telegram. God bless you all. Stay safe. And like we always say, people, peace and love. Because always your country's first. God bless. Saludos.